Welcome everybody to part of our series, AI in 30 minutes. And what Ernest and I will cover for you in the next 30 minutes is using artificial intelligence to generate images. And this is for beginners. So if you have little experience with this, this is the right place to be. For those we have some people who aren't from Teachers College, so we'll give you just a little bit of an overview. Ernest and I are part of the Digital Futures Institute, which is called DFI. It's a department within Teachers College, which is part of Columbia University. Teachers College, or TC as it's known, is a graduate school of education, health, and psychology. I'm Debbie Beaudry, and I am the Director of Academic Technology. Ernest?
Hi, hi everyone. My name is Ernest Chan. I'm the Senior Educational Technologist of DFI.
Okay, so our agenda. First, we'll start out very basic. What are image generators? Why you would use them? Ernest is going to give us a demo of one of the image generators, and then we'll talk about how they do that and some of the challenges that go with image generators. Just so you know, in this presentation, all of the images were created with AI. So at the bottom, we list the tool that was used to create it. This one was Midjourney, is an AI generating tool, the date that it was created, and then the prompt that we entered. So Ernest will tell you a little bit about that when we get to that. Just a bit of a disclaimer, we're showing you and talking about a lot of different tools in this presentation, but I just wanted to emphasize that none of these have been approved or endorsed by Teachers College. We have a very formal review process that we put products through. We check for security, privacy, accessibility, and before we make it available to our TC community. None of these have been through that process. Part of them have been through the process, but they didn't meet the standards. So we're just showing you the work that we're doing to explore these and what we've learned with the people that we're working with. It's a lot of times faculty and students and researchers. So what we've discovered in our role. So Ernest and I are AI enthusiasts and users. We're not engineers or programmers or have that level of technical experience. So very basic, what are AI image generators? So the type of AI image generators are generative artificial intelligence software that creates visual images based on a text prompt with description. So in this, I use Bing, which is an AI generative tool. And the prompt I put in, this is all that I typed: a cat as an astronaut in a spaceship with a happy expression and a pink spacesuit. So I didn't upload a picture of a cat or anything. I just typed those words in, and this is the image that the AI created for me. So that one was a little bit of a whimsical, but there are other types of images that can be created. So you might ask, why would someone use an AI image generator? Well, I can tell you about some of what we've heard and how we use it. So presentations, I have them in this presentation. I am terrible at Google searching for images and then do they have copyright associated with them or not? So when I'm using, when I create my images, I get more of what I want using an AI image generator. Projects, students are using them for projects that they do. Mock-ups, we've seen people come in and talk about using them for mock-ups of ideas that they have for projects or games. Websites, they're also an excellent tool to teach others about AI biases. So we'll talk a bit about the AI biases that are in AI in general, but sometimes when it's text, it's hard to see some of the subtle biases that are in the AI. And with the images, it's a visual representation. Sometimes you can see that more clearly, the biases. K through 12 students, some teachers are using them with their students to imagine a character from a story. The students type the prompt in, what they think that character would look like, a setting for a story, or creating their own story. And also for artistic expression. People use this as a form of art. So there are many AI image generators out there, and these are just a few of probably the more popular ones. DALL-E is one that is actually owned by OpenAI, who creates ChatGPT. And that was developed, ChatGPT was developed with a heavy investment from Microsoft. Bing AI is actually using DALL-E, but it's a Microsoft product. They've licensed the use of DALL-E and ChatGPT, and you can use Bing also to generate images. With all of these, I think, I don't know, Ernest, Adobe Firefly, maybe not, but most of these, you need to create an account. And so with Bing AI, you need a Microsoft account. Do you need one for Adobe Firefly, Ernest?
Yeah, you need to create an account using your personal email or Gmail or any email.
Okay, great. So with Bing AI, if you don't have a paid account, then I will just warn you that you do get a lot of emails after that of them trying to sell you stuff, which is kind of annoying. Midjourney is one that's very popular. It's used by a lot of gamers. I forgot to take this out. You actually just recently, they changed this and you don't need a Discord account. You can just access it at midjourney.com. The cost for this one depends on the number of images that you generate. DALL-E and Bing, for example, they have subscriptions, which are usually monthly subscriptions. Adobe Firefly is another one created by Adobe, and Gemini was developed by Google. So the ones on the right here are using a completely different model. They're not using ChatGPT's model to create the images. They're using their own models. So what you see is very different types of images that these tools will generate. Ernest, you want to talk about Adobe Firefly?
All right. Okay, let me explain a bit about what Adobe Firefly is. I think most of us have already heard a company called Adobe. They create like Photoshop and Illustrator for graphic designer. And Adobe Firefly is created by them, but actually the back end is also from DALL-E. So it's sort of related to ChatGPT as well. Basically, the best thing about this platform is the data is come from a licensed content and also open licensed content and also from the Adobe stock. So relatively like there will be less copyright issue compared to other like image generator. For example, like for a lot of image generator, you would never know like where the sources come from because they just combine all the sources together in their learning model. And also the other good thing about this platform is it have a free version and a paid version as well. So you can just use your own personal email and sign up for a free account and try it and see whether you like or not. I think for the free one, you are credited with like 30 or 50 image per month. And of course, if you sign up for a premium package, you will have more, image to create. So yeah, if you would like to try this Adobe Firefly, feel free to use it. It's pretty good. Okay, let me explain some features about this Adobe Firefly. I think a lot of image generator have sort of similar kind of features. For example, like the most common one is text to image. For example, you input your prompt to this platform and then it can generate the image for you. But then I think the other good thing about this platform is it has some editing capability to enhance your image. For example, they have a features called generative fill and expand. So you can like remove some of the image and then ask the AI tool to create a filler image for you. And the other thing is the text effect. You can use it to create like a really good textile effect as well with this tool. They also have many other features, for example, like text to video, but I still haven't used it yet. Maybe it will require a premium account. So yeah, feel free to use it. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, all right. Okay, everyone can see my Adobe Firefly. Can
No,
you? Oh, okay.
there we go.
Can you? Not yet, right?
Yep, see it now.
Okay, cool. Okay, if you go to firefly.adobe.com, you will open this interface. They keep changing this interface quite a lot. For example, like here, you have the text to image, and this one is text to video. But as I said, I haven't tried yet. They have the audio to translate audio one. Also, I haven't tested yet. So right now, we are going to test the text to image features. Since my typing is not great, so I just already typed my palm in my on my laptop. Okay, so I just copy and paste my palm to here. Okay, let's see. In my palm, I type 3D cinematic animation style, high detail video in which a handsome pirate having lunch on a boat. After you put your palm, you just need to hit this generate button, and then it will, it may, yeah, here we go. So you see all the image here. And let me explain a little bit about the interface of this Adobe Firefly. On the left, you see that's a really good UI for you to enhance the image. Like here, you can choose the language model, the model to generate the image. And here you can choose the like the size of the image. And here you can also customize the style as well on this left interface. So there's a lot of things you can change. You can change the style as well, the lighting and camera angle. So if you would like to change it, just double click and then just apply the effect. Let me explain what the generative fill is about. Okay, so here, yeah, I click the generative fill. So here, if I would like to remove here, remove a spoon here, and let me exchange. Okay, okay. Let, oops. Okay, let me see what happened. I clicked the remove button by mistake. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's keep generating. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not good yet. But okay. Let me try to. Oh, okay. Let me hit this one. Yeah, seems like the remove function doesn't work well in this demo. So yeah, anyway, you please, if you sign up for this Adobe Firefly, you can remove any object here as you like, and then the image generator will fill up the image for you. All right. Okay, let me stop share my screen with you. Okay, let's go back to the slide again. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me explain how this image generator work. Okay. Just like any other, AI model, it just learned from like thousands of pictures and description, like a large database, and it works just like a large picture book. And the AI tools just doesn't copy the image from internet. Basically, it will the database will help the AI to understand the relationship between the word and visual. And once you input your prompt, the AI will use a process called natural language processing to interpret your word. So it will translate your text into a number that an AI can understand. And after that, AI will first start with a blurry image full of noise. And the process is actually is called diffusion. And it will keep refining the image using the data from the training data and also your palm as well. And then let's go to the next slide. Okay, Let me explain what's the tips and tricks for using image generator. So when you use any image generator, just try to be descriptive in your prompt as possible. Just put more detail as you can. Try to experiment with keywords. For example, like you need to set the background, the scene, the style of the image you want. And sometimes it doesn't work in the first time, and you have to keep improving your prompt to get the perfect image you want. One of the example I put here is create a description of a Gothic style castle with an airy view. Emphasis is mysterious nature. So this is one of my example. Yeah, so just don't put just a few words to your prompt. It doesn't work this way. So my conclusion is the better prompt you enter, the better result you will get from this image generator. All right, is back to Debbie.
Thank you, Ernest. I've been trying to keep up with some of the questions in the chat box, so thank you for that. If we don't get to that, we should be able to get to them at the end. So I just want to show you some examples, and we are going to share these slides afterwards, so you can try these out in your own time. This is one where it shows you that these are all AI generated images. This person does not exist is the name of it. So you can see they're very realistic looking images. How they created them was that they took all publicly available images that were just loaded up on the web and on Flickr, and they were able to generate these images that look very real. Like this one, you can see a little bit. You can't, like the glasses fade away here, but a lot of times it's very hard to tell that these are AI generated images. Hold on here. Let me just go to the next slide now. Now this is a little bit of a game that was developed by some professors at the University of Washington, where they show you two images and you have to click on the one that you think is real and the one that you think is a fake. So click on the person who's real. I don't know. It's mostly a guessing game. Play again. Correct. I was just lucky on that one. I have no clue unless there's something really obviously wrong, it's hard to tell. There we go. So just something for you to share with your friends. Those types of things to look at when you're considering using AI image generators. So now we've seen what they can do. What are some of the challenges that go with using them? Well, as we said, it's using all of this data, all of these pictures that are on the internet. So what happens is that if there are biases on the web, which we know that there are, those biases will appear in what is created by the AI generator. So for example, I put in the prompt in Midjourney, whimsical image of a college professor using AI and their laptop to teach a classroom of graduate students. Do not include a robot in the pic. Well, okay, the robot's in the pic, so that was annoying. And also, though, if you look at all of these college professors, you might notice that they're all men, they're all white, they all have their ties on. So this is what it's picking up from what it had learned from what a college professor looks like from images that have been uploaded to the internet, and also the students too, as well. So then I decided, well, let's make it a whimsical image of a female college professor using AI in their laptop to teach a classroom of graduate students. Don't include a robot. Still more what look like killer robots in there. And then all of the women, all white women, and they're also very attractive and well-dressed women for professors. And part of this is what's called the hotness issue with images that are generated by AI. Since it's scraping the internet of images, you find that most people don't upload images of themselves on a bad day. When you're uploading an image of yourself to Facebook, Flickr, wherever you're putting in, the movie stars put theirs out there, then it's always a great image. So this is what AI is learning from, and so that's what it thinks people look like. And this is an example of an image generated by Gemini in February of 2024. I asked for an image of college class of graduate students. And I was impressed that there was diversity. It looked like what you might see in like a New York City classroom. But then very shortly after that, Gemini stopped creating images of people. And I have a link out here to the CEO who gave their reason was that they got a lot of pushback that some of the images people found were offensive, that they weren't, they were historical, people were depicted inaccurately in terms of race and ethnicity. So Gemini, you'll find if you're creating people with Gemini image generators, to this day, they have turned on the ability to create humans again, but it is very, very cautious about what it creates. The other challenge is who owns what is uploaded and created. So, for example, you can go and have AI create an avatar of yourself. You upload a picture, and then it creates all of these images. Obviously, you can use it for your gaming platform, or you can put it for your LinkedIn profile. But then if you think about it, you have to check the terms of service, because now they own many of these, they own the image that you uploaded as well as everything that they created. And then is that data being used to train the model? Are they putting your picture that you uploaded into their model to help it learn what people look like? You also, with these image generators, have to look at the terms of service, because some of them have what you are allowed to use, the images that it creates. Can you use it for commercial or non-commercial use? Ethical considerations. Did the original artist that they took all of these images from, that they learned from, did they get permission for it to be used? Were they fairly compensated? Adobe, I will say, is one of the companies that has tried to ethically source their training material, but most of the others have not. And there are many lawsuits pending about this. Free, if you're using free versions of this, generally means that you are paying with your data. Whatever you enter in there is going back into the model. And then if you want higher quality, you have to pay for a higher end AI. There's subscription costs that go with that. Environmental costs, because these are huge amounts of processing power that are needed to be able to train and use the generative AI. And so tons of electricity, water for cooling, and we're finding a lot of times that these server farms are being put into communities that have low resources and they need the funding, but then they don't have access sometimes to the electricity that they need for their lives. So things to think about. Also, low paid labor costs. Now these images are better about not providing violent images, and the way they did that is they had to subject people. They need humans to train, and they gave all of these human trainers images of that were violent and inappropriate, and the humans had to label that like inappropriate, so that the AI could learn. And a lot of times the people that they used for that to do that job were in countries with very low paid wages. And the last thing, I see we're running out of time, is just creating a diagram. These tools are not that good at creating diagrams. I created in 2023, one in 2024, and it's a little bit better, but not much better. So I would say not to use them for diagramming. I have at the end of the slide a couple of additional resources that talk about how images are generated and the biases. This 8-minute video from the London Interdisciplinary School, get it out. I would highly recommend that. And then you can follow us on DFI. So let me just see. Oh, we have 4 minutes left. My clock in my office is a little fast. I'm rushing. Okay, questions and answers. Let's see what else we have here that we might have. All right, I think open. Okay, I think we've actually answered all of the questions. If anybody has anything else that they'd like to, ask a question, then feel free to put it in the Q&A box. But thank you everybody for attending. I hope you found that it's helpful, and we will be sending out the slides to everybody tomorrow.